Welcome to Breaking News Wahala. The news this hour. In a trending video, a young man was seen being beaten by a group of community members. In that video, he was saying different things in the Yoruba language that we at QRetalk we are trying to translate with the help of Mr. Kelechi Achafo.
Wetin him do like this? Wetin him do? Hey, wetin him do now?
But one thing that was seen in that video is that he was being beaten with planks, he was being beaten with bottle, they had to burst bottle on his head, he was also pushed in the gutter. The sad ordeal about this video is that this video came at a time when the LGBTQ community was celebrating Pride. Not only was this a dent to the Nigerian LGBTQ community, but regardless of everywhere we celebrated Pride, nobody felt to talk about the disheartening moments and these disheartening events happening to queer persons living in Africa. We need to talk about this pressing matter. Is no other than our founder, Mr. Kelechi Achafo. Mr. Kelechi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you doing,
I'm fine, thank you. So viewers, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, this is the moment to click the subscribe button, and QRetalk starts now.
Wetin him do like this? Wetin him do? Hey, wetin him do now?
Thank you, viewers. Thanks for taking your time to watch that video. Mr. Kelechi, you've seen that video. What do you have to say?
It's quite absurd from what I saw in that video. It brings about two things. First of all, the role of jungle justice in the society. It just sends flashback down my spine, or sends chills down my spine in the role of jungle justice and how you can be killed, how something that seems illegal in one country and legal in another, something that seems like an abomination in one country is human rights in another, and how you can be lynched and killed for that in just a twinkle of an eye, with the police not arresting anybody, no investigation, nobody stopping the barbaric act from happening, and they just go ahead with it. It is quite a shame and it is quite embarrassing. In the video, it doesn't need much translation. The only thing that was said there is that he is gay. That was said in Yoruba was that he is gay, that that means pushing inside the gutter, Fogo more here. That I think big button is. I think I heard that to one of the side guys shouting that again, and saying that he's gay, is gay. Then they were breaking planks and bottles on his head. I imagine how to break a bottle on your head, because how strong a bottle is, and for it to be broken on your head, and more than multiple from that 30 seconds video, I think about 3 was broken on his head. You can see heavy plank doors being broken on his head, and also him being pushed into a gutter that seemed to have 1,000,001 infections swimming in them. I'm sure that gutter can give any skin a skin infection, give any genital a genital infection. And you can see how dirty, even from the looks of the gutter. You know that gutter is nothing but a stagnant gutter for mosquitoes. It's quite a shame at this point and quite absurd. This must not be allowed to stand. It should not stand anywhere in the world. It is quite an eyesore. And it just comes back to how can we begin to get things right? What needs to be done for things to turn around? What needs to change? It's just a major question I will keep on asking, because it's quite a shame. Stakeholders need to start getting better at taking. Engagers should get better at engaging. LGBT community members should get better at what's the word? Becoming LGBTQI front rules. Civics should get better at activism. because it's becoming appalling and quite a shame at this moment that this is being done in broad daylight, being done in open. And this is like a mob action, a mob attack. And who knows? Because things like this, once they are being done, begins to empower other people. So some people might have been thinking to start attacking LGBT community members, attacking cross-dressers, attacking trans people, attacking community members. But the fear of maybe they will be arrested, the fear of, oh, people might resist them, might be in their head. But with a video like this that shows them that they will not be resisted, that shows people, more people getting free, because we have not heard of any arrest, we have not heard of any persecution, we have not heard of anybody being thrown in the slammer. This guy was probably beaten, had those bruises for free, and nothing was being done. This just begins to empower them, and they might come out very soon and start having coordinated attacks all over Nigeria, all over even Africa. It is quite a shame, and it is quite appalling. So I ask us as LGBT community members again, things need to begin to change, grounds need to begin to shift. It's over to you.
Sorry, Mr. Kelechi, before we go, our viewers, I wouldn't like to make this video a long video, but I have to ask this question. When it came to Daminuto's case, when we saw that Daminuto was on the street and he was being beaten, we saw an NGO, I'm not going to name names, right? We saw an NGO come out, they put Daminuto's picture, they say they were doing GoFundMe, they claim to have raised the GoFundMe. And we see in different situations where LGBTQ activists like BC Alemi, Matthew Bliss, and the rest of them go and raise GoFundMe. At this point in time, have you heard anything concerning these stories? Like, are NGOs doing anything to identify the person in this video? 2, give him the treatment he deserves? And 3, find justice for him? And Mr. Kelechi, you happen to be in the UK. When you went for the UK Pride, if the UK Pride has happened, did you see Nigeria LGBTQ organizations speak about matters like this during Pride?
Thank you very much, Chimeze. I'm going to be honest and say I did not go for any pride. I was pretty much occupied. I've been pretty much occupied, and even getting to do videos now. You know how we have to shift middle ground. So I have to be doing videos now at midnight or close to midnight. And even this time self is close to midnight. So I'm not going to say I went for any pride. Hopefully I get to do more of pride engaging and pride going out from next year, hopefully, when things are much more settled. But I will say this and still say it clearly. When those kind of the GoFundMe for Daminuto and some other ones that were done, we came on Q Talk and we called it a name, which it was nothing but a sham. It was nothing but an embarrassment. It was nothing but a disgrace. It was nothing but cloud chasing. We should separate when something is cloud chasing and when something is genuine, when something is actually the bedrock of providing solutions. What me, I always tell people now, I'm about solutions. I mean, that was the thing I said during even the Electric Shine Symposium, that I want to do less of calling out and more of like providing solutions. And I know that most of the NGOs now are not really for solutions. They are more for like trying to hook on projects to get funders rather than looking for the betterment of the community. We have seen it from their joke of their library to the joke of their fashion brands, to the joke of what they dish out to the community members when they know the real pain and plight of the community, which is news like this, keto news, coming in first, how ketos have been empowered. So we want to see them do more in engaging keto, in putting keto into the board, rather than hear every time about HIV, about reactive, about fashion parade, about even some of them even going as thought to say that they are celebrating pride. How can we celebrate pride in a country where people are being killed for fun, where people are being made for fun, where people are being slaughtered for fun, where people are being killed for fun, and you say you are organizing pride there? It's much more laughable. It's rather laughable than empowering, to be honest. So it's high time to start making out projects and having good projects, not rather cloud chasing projects. Because some of the projects you mentioned are nothing but cloud chasing projects, which have no end goal than to just put their name out in the news and get the paparazzi that they are seeking for. Go back to you, Chimeze.
Welcome to Breaking News Wahala.
It is just less than a week.
Thank you, Mr. Kelechi. Please, viewers, if you haven't subscribe to Kuru Talk. This is time for you to subscribe to Kuru Talk. Kuru Talk remains a non-for-profit organization speaking truth to power, leaving no stone unturned. We are fighting just injustice of every kind, and we are also speaking out for the community. And I remain your host, Chimose Henry Ahonaya, and this has been an amazing episode. Stay tuned.